Okay, today we're going to look at tangency. We have a fairly simple engineering component, most of which you should be able to 2D sketch without having too many issues. Main things to point out are this tangent arc here, which is a radius of 45. It's touching this bottom horizontal edge and it's touching another edge which is at 45 degrees. I'm also just going to quickly talk you through the bottom left hand tangent curve, which looks fairly simple to produce. So here's what I've got so far. Now I could use the 2D fillet tool, set it to 30 and round that off. I just want to show you another way of doing this because it may help you in future for other tangent drawings that you need to produce. I'm going to sketch a point. I want it to sit in here somewhere, but I don't want to constrain it to that point there. So I'm just going to go slightly off to the left, and that will stop this from being constrained with any other features. So we know that it needs to be 30 up from the bottom edge and 30 in from the side as well. So I'm now happy that I have this sitting in the right position. If this was in an exam, you would have to explain how to find the center point of tangent arc. So 30 millimeters up from the bottom horizontal, 30 millimeters in from the vertical side edge. I'm going to use the center point arc. I'm going to snap to this new center point. In fact, just make sure I select it first. I'm going to snap to the center point. I'm going to come straight out until I hit that vertical edge. I'm now going to bring my tangent arc down until it hits this line here. Once it goes orange, confirm, a little bit of trimming, and we'll remove, and I always use trim to closest majority of the time, and I just want to remove that corner. So I'm happy with that. Let's go back to the drawing and do the slightly more complicated tangent arc. It's a radius of 45, it hits this horizontal line and it hits this diagonal line. We need to find the center point, which is going to be somewhere in this area. First thing I'm going to do is try and draw in this line, which is at 45 degrees. What we know about it, it's 40 from the top edge, which is the same as the center point for this tangent arc here. So I need to sketch a point in 40 millimeters down. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use that point tool again. I'm going to come down and I'm going to align it or create a constraint that's 40 millimeters down. So that saves me doing that smart dimension tool. I'm now going to use the line and I'm going to draw from that point down until I hit this horizontal line. I would like to set that angle to 45 degrees. So select this line using the smart dimension tool and this line, and it's unbelievably set it to 45 degrees. So I'm just going to undo that, and what I'm going to do is I've actually accidentally deleted that center point, so let's pop that back in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that's clearly not at 45 degrees. I'm going to bring it from here down to here. Okay, smart dimension, and I'm going to set this angle. And the reason I wanted to go through this wee step is because sometimes when you adjust sizes, it can affect other elements on the page or other parts of the sketch that you're creating. So let's see what happens when we do this. You'll notice that the whole sketch has reduced in height. We don't want that, so there's a way to get around that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select this vertical line and I'm going to fix it in place so that that line cannot move. The little anchor icon appears saying that this line is not only is it fixed, but it's also vertical. I'm going to select, just confirm that. I'm now going to select this line here, which is currently constrained to be horizontal, but I also want to fix the position of it so it doesn't move. Again, the little anchor symbol will appear for that. Now when I go in and adjust this angle, it shouldn't affect any other part of the drawing. As you can see, perfect. Confirm. Okay, now we're going to find the center point of this arc. It's 45 up from this horizontal line and it's 45 in from this angled line. So here we go. I am going to draw a horizontal line. I'm not going to snap to anything. I'm not going to add any constraints. I'm just going to bring it right across. Make sure it's horizontal and tell it to be 45 millimeters up from this bottom edge here. So 45. Job done. I am then going to use the offset tool and I'm going to select this line here. I'm going to tell it to be 45 and confirm. Now, if we just zoom in a little bit, where these intersect is our centre point of our tangent arc. So I'm just going to sketch a wee point on there and we should be able to get the intersection. There we go. I know it's the intersection because this little symbol appears. Let's just confirm. Confirm here, and if I just hover over it, it will tell you there's an intersection. Okay, so that's me found my center point of this tangent arc. A couple of things I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tell this line to be for construction, and I'll tell this horizontal line to be for construction. So I'm happy with that. Okay, let's sketch in this tangent arc. So I'm going to use the center point arc. I'm going to first of all select that center point that we've worked hard to find. I'm going to come down until I kiss the horizontal line. It goes orange. Confirm. Bring it round until it hits this line. When it goes orange, select it. I've now got my tangent arc, and then it's as simple as using the trim tool, using trim to closest, and just getting rid of any wee sections now that we no longer need. Trim, 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 and there's my profile with that tangent arc in place. Just going to confirm that, like so. Exit my sketch. Sketch 1, I need to extrude 10 millimeters and confirm. And that is a little introduction on how to do 2D sketch tangency.